Look, there is a massive misconception floating around the firearms community these days. Everybody seems to think you need to drop $2,000 on a safe queen just to put meat on the table or defend your homestead. I am telling you right now, that is pure fiction. When you are miles off the beaten path, tramping through wet brush, and your life or your next meal depends on a single trigger press, a working-class rifle will get the job done. We are talking about grid-down survival. In those high-stakes situations, you do not get a do-over. The reality is the modern firearms market is putting out absolute tack-drivers for under $700. These are rifles that will shoot the wings off a fly and take an absolute beating in the back of your rig without losing zero. Today, we are taking a hard look at 5 budget-friendly, highly capable bolt guns. These are the exact weapon systems you want in your hands when the supply chains freeze and you have to rely on yourself. Let's get down to business. Let's kick things off with the Savage Axis 2XP. I have always been a massive advocate for weapon systems that prioritize function over flash. You do not need tactical cosmetics when you need cold, hard reliability. This rifle is the definition of a blue-collar workhorse. It is not built to win beauty contests at the local gun club. It is built to drop a buck in its tracks, survive a brutal winter hunt, and keep firing. Savage has a long, proven history of making aggressively practical firearms. You can usually grab one of these combos for around $520. I have run them chambered in .308 Winchester, and they often ship with a pre-mounted Bushnell Banner 3-9x40 optic. They usually bore-sighted at the factory, so you are just a few adjustments away from ringing steel at 100 yards. But the crown jewel of this platform is the AccuTrigger. Budget guns used to be notorious for awful, heavy triggers that felt like dragging a piano across a dirt road. Savage completely changed the game here. This trigger lets you adjust the pull weight from 2.5 pounds up to 6 pounds. Out of the box, they usually sit right at 3.5 pounds, breaking incredibly crisp. When your adrenaline is spiking and your hands are freezing, a clean trigger press is mandatory for a lethally accurate shot. You get a 22-inch carbon steel barrel featuring button rifling. It is fully free-floated, which drastically helps with barrel harmonics. Sure, it does not come threaded, but given the price point, we can work around that. Feeding its standard Hornady American whitetail, this thing easily prints minute-of-angle groups. The action utilizes a classic two-lug bolt with a 90-degree lift. It might not be as fast as some modern 60-degree designs, but the lockup is built like a bank vault. The synthetic stock features pillar bedding for consistent receiver contact. It is extremely lightweight and sports aggressive texturing where you need it most. Throw in a reliable 4-round detachable box magazine, and you have a phenomenal primary survival rifle. Moving right along, we need to discuss the Mauser M18 Savannah. The moment you shoulder this weapon, you realize it punches way above its weight class. Mauser is legendary. They have been engineering combat-proven actions since long before any of us were born. With the M18 Savannah, they injected that military-grade DNA into a highly affordable sporting rifle. I have dragged this exact setup through mud, sleet, and dense timber. It is purpose-built for the rugged outdoorsman who demands absolute dependability. Coming in right around the $600 mark, specifically in .308 Winchester, the value is off the charts. You are looking at a 22-inch cold hammer-forged barrel. Right from the factory, the muzzle is threaded 5/8 by 24. That means you can thread your can on it on day one. The barrel sports a matte Savannah tan finish, making it highly resistant to the elements and eliminating glare. Running Hornady Precision Hunter ammunition, I have personally watched this rifle shoot ragged holes at 100 yards. The action is where this German engineering really shines. It features a massive 3-lug bolt with a short 60-degree throw. That allows for lightning-fast follow-up shots while keeping your knuckles completely clear of your optic. The trigger is fully adjustable and usually breaks at a pristine 2.5 pounds from the factory. Another massive tactical advantage is the 3-position safety. You can manipulate the bolt to unload the weapon while the firing pin remains safely blocked. That is a crucial safety feature when navigating treacherous terrain. The synthetic stock is reinforced with steel bedding inserts directly molded into the chassis. It even has a quick-detach recoil pad that conceals a hollow storage cavity, perfect for a minimalist cleaning kit. Feeding from a flush-fit 5-round magazine, the Mauser M18 Savannah is an absolute powerhouse. Next on the firing line is the Mossberg Patriot Predator. Now, everybody knows Mossberg for their legendary pump guns. We all trust the 500, the 590, and the 930 for home defense. But let me tell you, their rifle division is not playing games. Mossberg took decades of combat and hunting feedback and engineered a spectacular bolt-action platform. You can find these chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor for roughly $540. It feels like a massive cheat code because it routinely outshoots rifles that cost $1,000 more. This is a lightweight, tactically sound precision instrument. The 22-inch fluted barrel comes threaded 5/8 by 24. Running suppressed is not just about being polite at the range. If things go sideways, signature reduction is a critical survival tactic, and this rifle is ready for it. The barrel is button-rifled, free-floated, and mates perfectly with the action. Even with basic off-the-shelf Hornady hunting loads, you are looking at consistent sub-minute of angle accuracy. Mossberg integrated their LBA, or lightning bolt action trigger system, which is fully adjustable from 2 to 7 pounds. The blade-style safety on the trigger ensures a perfectly straight rearward press. The bolt body is heavily fluted, which aggressively reduces friction and clears out debris if you are operating in a dirty environment. It runs a 90-degree throw that cycles flawlessly. The pillar-bedded synthetic stock is tough as nails, incredibly rigid, and heavily textured. It utilizes a 4-round drop-box magazine that feeds without a single hiccup. Plus, it ships with a Picatinny rail already torqued down, making optic mounting an absolute breeze. The Mossberg Patriot Predator is a top-tier investment for the prepared citizen. Let's shift gears to a manufacturer that heavily disrupted the bolt gun market. I am talking about the CVA Cascade. For the longest time, I associated CVA strictly with black powder hunting. But when they launched the Cascade series, I had to get my hands on one to see if the hype was real. Spoiler alert, it is absolutely real. Chambered in .308 Winchester, these usually retail around $650. Drop a quality piece of glass on this receiver, and you have a precision platform that mimics custom-built match rifles. This is a hardcore survival tool designed for punishing environments. The barrel is a 22-inch piece of cold hammer-forged steel. It is perfectly free-floated and features standard 5/8 by 24 threading. Like I always say, being able to mount a suppressor directly out of the box is a non-negotiable feature for a modern tactical hunting rifle. This weapon consistently prints tight, sub-minute of angle groups, especially when fed premium match-grade ammunition like Federal Gold Medal Match. One of the most brilliant engineering choices CVA made was utilizing a Savage-style barrel nut. That means if you ever shoot out the barrel, or if you need to swap calibers during an extended grid-down scenario, you can do it yourself at a workbench. The two-lug action features a 70-degree throw and an oversized tactical bolt handle. It provides incredible leverage, making it exceptionally easy to cycle under extreme stress. The 4-round flush-fit magazine is rock solid. The synthetic stock is reinforced with fiberglass and utilizes aluminum bedding pillars for maximum rigidity. It even features a soft-touch exterior for superior grip in wet conditions. And here is the absolute kicker. The action shares the exact same footprint as the legendary Remington 700. That gives you instant access to the largest aftermarket support network on the planet. The CVA Cascade is an unbelievably well-thought-out system. Wrapping up the list, we have to talk about the Ruger American Predator. When you are putting together a comprehensive bug-out bag or a vehicle kit, versatility is everything. You need a weapon system capable of harvesting medium game at long distances, but it also needs to be virtually indestructible. The Ruger American Predator checks every single box. For a rifle that usually sits between $550 and $620, the performance is genuinely shocking. Ruger knows how to build fighting rifles, and they poured that institutional knowledge right into this platform. The 22-inch cold hammer-forged barrel is a masterpiece of budget engineering. Chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor, it comes with that essential 5/8 by 24 threading. Once you attach a suppressor and dial in your optic, this rifle becomes a surgical instrument. I have seen this platform hold its zero after taking serious abuse in the back of side-by-sides on brutal mountain trails. The secret to that consistency is Ruger's patented power bedding system. It utilizes stainless steel blocks molded deep into the polymer stock to positively locate the receiver and free-float the barrel. The Marksman adjustable trigger breaks cleanly right around 3.5 pounds. The action uses a massive three-lug bolt with a fast 70-degree throw. You can chamber a fresh round without ever taking your eye out of the scope box. It ships with a factory-installed Picatinny rail, allowing for rapid deployment of your chosen optic. The moss green polymer stock is highly weather-resistant and incredibly durable. It feeds from a highly reliable 4-round rotary magazine that simply does not quit. Whether you are actively managing predators on your property or preparing for the worst-case scenario, this Ruger is a phenomenal choice. If I had to grab one budget bolt-action rifle and head for the hills, the Ruger American Predator would be strapped to my pack. So there is the breakdown. We just covered 5 highly capable weapon systems, all coming in under $700. These rifles absolutely prove that you do not need to empty your bank account to arm yourself with a dependable precision tool. When your life is on the line, rugged reliability and mechanical accuracy are the only metrics that matter. I want to hear from you guys. Jump down in the comments and let me know what your absolute favorite budget rifle is, or tell me if there is a platform you think deserves a spot on this list. If you found this breakdown helpful, do me a huge favor. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our upcoming tactical reviews. Stay dangerous, stay proficient, and keep your powder dry.